Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. Oh, wait, wrong show. I can tell people,
What year are we?
people unsubscribing right now. I can already tell. They're like,
No, don't do
we'll
that.
get back. All right. We'll get back to what we're here for. But I'm Chris.
And I'm Stephanie.
And we're here at Central Station Toys from centralstationtoys.com because the store is cleosed right now.
And we're in downtown Cleburne,
And
Texas.
we are in downtown Cleburne, Texas, but online right now because you can't come to the store.
Exactly.
Centralstationtoys.com.
Exactly.
But we're here talking the finale of Lego Masters.
Say it one more time.
The finale of Lego Masters?
No, Central Station.
Centralstationtoys.com.
Thank you.
There. She wants to make sure you got it. Just in case, the .com. But the finale of Lego Masters.
Oh.
10 weeks of builds and teams all culminating into this.
Yes, and I must say the suspense within me was built quite well. I really enjoyed it.
So last week, no one got eliminated.
Maybe I should work backwards from the rating the show backwards. I'm kidding.
So
but
last week, no one got eliminated. So we still have Sam and Jessica, Tyler and Amy, and Boone and Mark, our final three, getting a really crazy build.
Yes, it was.
And as Will said, I mean, there was a lot of builds thrown at them, and they gave them the build of whatever they wanted.
I know.
And they got to do
Which
seems like great, but then at the same time they're like, we have nothing to go on.
Great. You know, I kind of feel like this is going to be what happens when we all don't have to abide by the COVID-19 guidelines of being at home.
We're not gonna know what to do.
We're gonna be like, when I get out, I'm gonna do this.
I'm gonna go. What am I gonna do?
And then they're like, okay, you're free. And you're like, what do I do? Where do I start? How do I leave?
So,
You put one foot right in front of the other. We're gonna forget how to do this.
yeah. So they started off giving them 1 hour to draw out and create their build. And
Yes,
they all
and that
had-
was really intense because I would be like, okay, before this moment, I had 500,000 ideas, and now, I don't know.
Well, they should have had years of building experience so that they can
That's true.
focus on their
That's true.
strengths. So Sam and Jessica.
But you have so many great ideas
Yeah.
because you're thinking, if we go this direction, okay, maybe it's just me. If we go this direction, I would do this. If we do this direction, I would do this. And now it's like, do whatever you want. You're like, what?
Yeah. So Sam and Jessica, they did a peacock.
Yes.
That was their initial model, and the judges came and said, all right, great, but let's put some whimsical things to it. Tell the story, not just a peacock, but have a story with it.
And a monkey.
Well, they did have an idea for a monkey, but you know, they told them to be whimsical with it. So
Yeah.
Tyler and Amy had the treasure of the griffin. They had a castle built with a griffin on top that was going to have
Was it a
wings
castle?
moving.
I thought it was a tree.
No, it's a castle.
Oh, I totally missed that.
Yeah. Paying attention there. All right.
That must be when.
And
I
then
don't know.
Boone
I
and
probably got
Mark
a Facebook
had
notification.
the
or
Tower
something.
of Creativity.
That was awesome.
Their initial design was kind of plain. It really was.
I know. I was really surprised because I really liked the color.
Mhm.
You know, the white and it was really simple white with the different colors. And then the little box came out, and I thought, that's so cool.
Yeah.
But I did agree with the judges.
The judges did say it was reminiscent of a previous build, and they need to think bigger and more whimsical and what they could do with it.
Is that the word of the day, whimsical?
Whimsical?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
The word of the, we didn't have a word of the day in any other episode.
Maybe I need to go get my fairy rings. But
But the judges gave them the feedback after the hour. And
Yeah,
they all
and-
reconvened.
it was definitely like, oh, you're so right.
And then they told them they had 24 hours to now build their creation.
I know, and I'm like, do they ever eat or sleep?
And I'm looking at this and I'm watching it thinking, this was not 24 hours straight because there were no mistakes. There were no people falling asleep.
Nobody was tripping over
They weren't-
Lego.
I've worked 24 hours before, and by the end of the shift, you're kind of blurry-eyed, and you're like,
What do you want with me?
I'm trying to build a monkey here. That's not a monkey. That's a
That's a block. That's a brick.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure they had some breaks in there that they got to go rest and relax because
You would go crazy.
Yeah, I know what it'd be like after 24 hours building.
I don't know. People are surviving a month in solitude with this.
Sitting on a couch doing nothing.
No! You think this is my dream job, sitting and doing nothing. Wait, they're actually telling me to sit and do nothing.
We can save the world by sitting at home and do nothing.
Exactly, and you think this is what you've waited for your whole life.
And
then when you do it, it's like
Couch potatoes unite. Binge watching. That's all you have to do.
It's boring as heck.
Yeah.
Boring as heck.
But
I don't
24
know.
hours to
Maybe
build
there's
a
still
creation.
some of you that are still doing that and
I don't know.
think it's awesome. But most people are finding this boring. So, back to this. Boone and Merck get some ideas going, and I'm like excited to see what are those ideas going to be, because how are you going to change this up from a straight tower, rectangular tower, to something really
and they
super
moved it
exciting.
to Artopia.
Yes.
Artopia, and it was
Artopia.
huge. They went big. They went tall.
Yes, they did.
It was a huge
Very big,
build
very tall.
with all kinds of moving parts and figures in there doing all kinds of crazy things. And
Okay,
so
yes.
whimsical and so whimsical.
And they
Yes, there you go.
changed it to gray.
They made the building. No, they put the old building gray, and they built this Artopia
Yeah, well, that's what I
inside of it.
mean. It was, they were painting.
Yeah.
Wink, wink. I mean, painting.
The
with-
funnest things were those sprays that were shooting out. They shoot out the colors.
Yes.
So they were rolling down the, yeah.
That was awesome.
I don't know what Lego they were using for that, but that was pretty cool. Watching
I thought
how
it
they
was
had
awesome.
the paint come down the
It
side
was
of the
awesome.
building.
It really did look like that. I
guy
love
holding onto the sprayer like it was-
transition of the colors. They
Uh-huh.
transitioned really beautifully. It was.
And then they
it was
had the
beautiful.
life-size paintbrush. You stuck it into the bucket, and they had walls that turned from gray to colorful and designed on the other side.
I know.
And they did
Oh
that. And
oh
they did that
my
because Tyler and
gosh.
Amy were putting movement into theirs. They're like, all right, we can do movement.
That was, see, I'm speechless. I'm like, I don't even know the right words. It was amazing. Amazing.
It was beautiful. It's one of those that you could probably look at that for hours and see different things on there, because they had so many minifigures on there and so
You could
many
do a
little
cube
characters
that kept
doing-
changing it, and so you had four
Well,
different ones.
yeah, I'm just thinking, but you could, if that was at a display someplace, you could sit there and just watch.
Yes, watch it change.
Look at all the little figures in there and see
And
what
then
all
if they
they're
had
doing.
light kits,
Yeah,
would have
who
been
knows?
even more amazing.
So then Tyler and Amy, they made their Treasure of the Griffin, and they had the Griffin on top with wings that moved.
Oh my god.
And they were having issues getting that working. But
Well,
they got that
I was
moving.
excited because when he first got it going, it was really graceful. Look, I'm gonna fly.
You're gonna fly away.
Yeah. And then when he added all the bricks to make the wings, it was like
Heavy.
struggling. Yeah, because the bricks added weight and it changed the weight. But then he figured it out. Thank goodness, because it really was so graceful and it was so beautiful.
Yeah.
And the griffin looked really beautiful. It really was in itself a work of art.
And that lizard coming up to attack the nest.
Yes,
At the
the
top.
eyes were awesome.
That was really.
The little slits.
Yeah.
It was.
But even the
so
rest,
cool.
the bridge over the cavern and the it wasn't really a village, but the scene around it was really nice.
Yeah.
Too. But to have that griffin at the top waving, it's
Okay, so what I really liked about their build was not only the wings flapping, but the texture of the rocks, the water, the feathers. It was even the scales on the lizard. I mean, everything just looked, the texture was beautiful.
Yeah.
And so I really liked that about theirs. What about Sam and Jessica?
Sam and Jessica had the peacock that they use. Well, how we didn't write down the word.
Well,
What was it called? They're parting, or they use they use the leaves that are typically
Wasn't
used
it
for the
leaf-
tree leaves.
did you-
For the tree leaves, those were the feathers. They patched them together. They used so many different parts that were meant for something else to create this giant
creative
peacock.
parts use, isn't
Creative
it?
parts used. That's what it was. Yeah.
See,
And so they had this gorgeous peacock with the feathers out, and then they built the monkey on the backside who was plucking the feathers off the peacock.
Yes.
And was sewing them onto his hat so he could be fun too. And I love the table though. I
I
love
did.
the table.
And you know what I loved about theirs? The expression on the
The
peacock's
peacock's face was kind
It
of like
was
that
like,
surprise,
"Wow!"
like you had just got picked, and the monkey's
like
got
that hurt. And the monkey was like,
and the monkey's got in the back. He's sitting in a sewing machine with a table built out with banana legs, and that was
yeah, that was so awesome. One of the things that I really have come to love and appreciate, that I came to love and appreciate since we're in the last episode about Sam and Jessica, is their artistic creativeness or creativity. Just, they use a lot of color, and they really do have really good and creative use of the parts. But they always like have such a creative way of telling their story. They're really good storytellers, and I think so. They really added a lot of, I love the way they used this in the feathers, the leaves, what we normally see as tree leaves.
Yeah.
In there. And it was just beautiful, and it was very grand with the feathers out. It was really beautiful, but even their sculpting ability is really good. They're really good at sculpting. And so I really loved, like you said, the monkey was a little mischievous, plucking out the feather, and then the peacock, just the whoa, you know. But like with Teller and Amy, I really love their characters. They have really good characters.
Yeah.
Tell me what, because I have a favorite of theirs, and tell me one of theirs that you're, or one of the other, any of the builds that are one of your favorite builds.
From any of them, or from?
Yeah, over the episodes.
I think
like the whole season.
Some of the first ones. I mean, well, Sam and Jessica, I still think their best one, or the one I liked the best, was the mermaid coming out of the fire hydrant. That was
pretty
an
awesome.
impressive one.
That was really the sculpting on the face and the tail was amazing.
Mark and Boone, I mean, the Star Wars one last week was incredible.
It was, but I still remember the first one with the amusement park. It didn't matter to me.
Yeah.
It was amazing. I'm like, if you just had a few more minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It was amazing. It was really unforgettable, and I think really every team has had a build that was unforgettable, and just really memorable, that I hope personally some of these builds will become actual Lego builds, even in limited edition. And I don't know if I'd pay $500,000 for one, or even 500, but someone will, and I would love to see that happen. I'm sure Lego would too, right?
And it was,
they really have some, like, I won't forget the clock.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. I know it wasn't any of theirs, but it was really beautiful. They all have memorable. My favorite of Teller and Amy's was the spilled milk with the cats getting in the fridge.
In the fridge there.
I loved that. It was so fun and so creative, and just, it was fun. And the story was there. Like, you could make up so many stories just from that one scene.
Yeah.
So I thought it was so fun. Okay, so
the judges had a really hard time. I mean, it was,
yes,
I
we
had
don't know,
parts,
that didn't take another 24 hours.
No, it could have been, because I mean, the whole point of it, I mean, when you really looked at what they had to do and what they had to judge on, they all had such strength.
They did.
It was one of those things of, I don't know how you could have, I'm glad I wasn't judging. Because there was things I liked about all three of them.
Yes.
So
well,
much
and
so.
even though Sam and Jessica's build didn't have movement like the other two did, it still had a lot of artistic value. Yeah. The pizzazz, I mean, it definitely demanded the attention in the room, because it was so colorful and beautiful, and I mean, it was large, but it was just beautiful. And it's intriguing when you see all those parts used in different ways, and you're like, it takes you into the build. So I thought it was really awesome. And then with Teller and Amy's, I mean, those wings flapping, it's just, for me, that was like, wow. It was so graceful. It looked realistic.
Yeah.
And then Mark and Boone, of course, the paintbrush and the walls. But even the minifigures.
And the judges didn't have anything bad
loved
to
it.
say about any of them. They
No.
said it was going to be a hard decision, and Will said, "I'm glad I'm not making it."
True. It was awesome, and it was awesome to see them be able to see their families again.
The family came in to visit. Yeah.
That was cool. I didn't see that coming because it wasn't in the preview, but that was really neat. And luckily they stopped the clock to do that.
To let them have family time.
Have a moment. And then, we had seen in the preview too that the other contestants were going to be
coming back. Which
So
they
that
didn't do
was
much
cool.
with them, just other than them
No,
being there for.
but it was really cool to have their support and lots of clapping.
Yep. So it comes down to third place
Yeah.
was Sam and Jessica and their
Yes.
peacock. And I don't think they have anything to be sad about because that
No.
was an incredible build, and I think it was just a matter of they had to pick someone to be third place.
Someone had to be it.
And from where they started to a point where I wanted them gone to come to that point where they're in third place, I mean,
And I
it's
was
such
really
incredible
sad
growth.
that, like,
and, yeah.
When I thought last time, I thought, oh my gosh, one of these people has to go home, or one of these teams, because they're all so good. And I was really glad to see, like, it's been really awesome to see them come into their own, as, as a team. Because they start off as two individuals that didn't really know each other, had never really worked together, and then, boom, you're on a show and you're creating, and you're like, what the heck? And, they did little clips of that so you didn't forget. But the thing is, they really seemed to become better friends, and they worked really well together and coached each other during different times and kept each other going and motivated. But they're both so creative.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh. But, because I was like, oh, they got third place. And I'm like, oh, wait, but the other two were awesome too. So there were like no winner or no losers, but at the same time, there had
And
to
then
be.
the winner who
there had
gets
to be a
their
winner.
who gets their design displayed at Legoland, New York, which I did notice they kind of didn't push that whole July 4th thing anymore, since it's not July 4th anymore.
Cut that part out.
I think they did some editing there, because remember the last time when they said they were going to go to Legoland, it was going to be this, you're going to be at the grand opening of Legoland July 4th, and they were making a big deal about it. This was like, when it was kind of like, I mean, I don't think they,
Kind
when
of
they
like how
filmed
we keep
it,
saying CentralStationToys.com. They were saying that.
I don't think they had filmed this before all the shutdowns happened, I'm sure, but it was still, they kind of edited it where it was just like, your display is going to be in Legoland. Like, when it opens, and they didn't give a date anymore. They just kind of said Legoland, New York, coming soon type thing. So, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, winner, did you agree with it?
I couldn't disagree.
I know, it's hard to say, but
I would have been happy either way.
Tyler and Amy did take home the grand prize.
I know.
The $100,000.
I mean, I was shocked.
Display built at the...
I was like on the verge of tears because either way I would have been happy because both of them did amazing, or all three of them. But I really thought, like, and I have to say my favorite throughout the show was Mark and Boone. But
I said that too. I said, as far as
I really was
personality and overall builds, I think Mark and Boone was my favorite.
I know Boone
But
is my
that build, when you go by that build, Mark and Boone's I think is probably the coolest one to sit and just look at over time and look at all the little things. But Tyler and Amy's just had that wow with the wings going and it was.
And that I never would have seen that coming if you would. I mean, if we would have gone through by the first show.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I thought Sam and Jessica were going to be out within the first couple of shows.
First week, second week, yeah. No.
After the first week, you're like, please stop.
Just get rid of them. Yeah.
But it really came to like them, Tyler and Amy. I was like, I did not see that coming. But they really were consistent about every time doing better and better and better. And then
they said they were the escape artists. They were on the bottom. They were the bottom two.
It was really amazing.
The first 3 weeks.
It was really amazing. And Boone and Mark really were up here the whole time, and I feel like everyone else kept like getting up here in my mind, not necessarily in ability. I'm sure they all had the abilities.
Well, I think
but
Tyler and Amy almost would have gone home last week if they had done the elimination.
Well, and I was gonna say, I think each week with the challenges, it helped them to kind of like prepare for, okay, I need to know more about the techniques. I need to know more about, how the, just the structure works. And anyway, it was just really where I feel like Mark and Boone kind of already knew a lot of that. I don't know. I could be wrong. What do you guys think? Was I wrong? I mean, did everybody seem to have the same level of knowledge? But again, I think Sam and Jessica had a lot of artistic ability that maybe not necessarily some of the other teams were as strong in artistically, as far as, I don't know, but I think Mark and Boone had the, all around, yeah. Although, Christian and Aaron, at first, it was like, wow.
I thought they were the team to beat.
Yeah.
Didn't even make it top 3. But they had their strengths, but they also had their weaknesses, and that's kind of what it came down to.
I know, and everybody. Okay, I do have to say, I was like, oh, here's third place. Oh, still congratulations. And then it was like, okay, here's the winner. And then it was like, okay, Mark and Boone, move out of the way, please. We have our winner. And I'm like, what about them?
Yeah.
They did such an amazing job.
That's always what happens to second place. Because remember, they always say second place is the first loser, and they just treat you like a loser. Third place actually gets all this pomp and circumstance.
You're like,
because they always do third place.
What am I?
They do that. In second place, it's like, and in first place is this. Second place, go bye.
all right, guys, make room for first place. But no, they were good sports as always, of course. And I was gonna say, Boone, I totally admire how he just like busts out in song all the time. Well, not all the time, but
They did hit him with one last song.
I know. And I'm like, I feel like he is almost like my spirit, not animal, but kindred spirit maybe, because I do like to bust out in song every once in a while. Not a good song, necessarily. Not as good as him.
You never.
But I like it.
You could have created a
and I'm
song
like,
for us.
I don't know if I could do that on national television.
You couldn't do it on regular camera.
I can't. Are you kidding? Oh my god.
You should make up a song right now.
My face would turn so red.
Yeah, that'd be good.
It would burst this, screen up.
I
in
think
flames.
there's some color.
That's how red it would be.
I think people want to see some color. See if you can match. See if you can match right.
No, I'm not going to embarrass myself like that. Maybe one day I'll work up the courage. I'll keep a picture of you, Boone. Somewhere where inspire. Just sing.
Just gonna put your face over mine or something.
No, it's just gonna be one of those inspirational posters, kind of like when you're at the dentist and you look up.
The cat.
Yeah, but just hang in there.
And you're gonna put
it's
his
gonna be
face
like
on
that. Just sing it or something. It's gonna be like that, not something weird.
Not something weird.
No, it's gonna be inspirational. Maybe he should be an inspirational speaker. Or motivational.
I'm sure they're all going to have something going on.
And he could be like, we're all gone.
Well,
see?
the
There you go.
Lego tours that they do and all the things, they're going to start being featured guests. It's going to be like Comic-Con. You're going to have these featured guests from Lego Masters.
And people are going to be running like they're the Beatles.
Yeah, so. So overall, are we rating the episode?
Yeah.
What are you going to rate it?
Right there,
just right there, just that. I mean, it was very satisfying.
I'll even add
some more. We didn't have any Lego. We didn't put any minifigures on like the Star Wars one. But
I know.
Oh, I dropped that way instead.
But yeah, it was awesome. Awesome.
Yeah. So that ends it for this season of Lego Masters.
I know. Tell us what you think. Were you excited? I mean, about the winner? Were you disappointed?
Do you want a season 2? I mean, who knows what happens with Fox?
Who are you rooting for?
Yeah. No, that's be interesting. But we'll have more videos. It's not all Lego Masters.
No.
We've got some stuff
unfortunately.
Going on, but anyway, that'll do it
sad,
for today.
Sad day.
Right?
Yep.
All right. Well, remember, centralstationtoys.com. If you are in the Cleburne area, we will deliver it for free. Or you can call, order online, and pick up at the store. We'll deliver it to your car.
I'll deliver it for a fee.
And if you're anywhere in the country, we will deliver it. There's shipping charges, but they're really not high. We just help.
I don't mind flying either.
There. If you want to pay for us to fly to you, we will do that as well.
We'll deliver.
Special delivery. Flights are cheap
Flights are
right
cheap,
now.
I was gonna
We'll come. We're not scared. Have masks. We'll travel.
And gloves.
All right. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Chris.
And Stephanie, take
This is
care.
Central Station Toys. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.